Hello, everybody. Hello, gorgeous brothers and sisters in Jesus again. I just want to carry on from where I left off, the coming of the Tigerfly. And before I carry on where I left off, I just want to explain to you where I got my inspiration from. I was inspired to write about Tigerfly after walking through some of my local fields, and you've probably seen it on my other channel, Tina Loves Jesus. Me going through the local fields, and this was on a summer's day. As I watched beautiful butterflies and powerful dogs playing, I pondered on such a creature, so powerful yet so beautiful. The tiger is powerful, and the butterflies are very pretty but very delicate. The tigerfly shows his fierce and aggressive side to his enemies, but his fragile affection and beauty to his friends, especially children. Excuse me a minute, I'm just going to have to put a cushion in front of my door, otherwise it's going to slam. Oh, it's okay. Cushion's already there, so that's a good thing. I didn't want to disturb the story. So this is where we're going to leave off. Chapter 4. All the children meet new mysterious creatures, friends in the woods. Peter puts his arms around Rihanna, holding her close, saying, "But the aeroplanes will not come over here. They are bombing in the town area. We are safe here in the countryside," Rihanna cried. "But Peter, look at how many lives would be affected, and it may come to us eventually too," Peter said. "Try not to worry about it for now, sweetheart," she cried, even more, saying, "What if they send you to war?" But Peter replied, "Let's not think about it for now. I have a good job and all is well." Tina too started crying. "What if they send you to war too, Michael? Then both my husband and my son will be at war." Michael told Tina close, saying, "It's okay, sweetheart. I love you and I'm not going to leave you. I think I'm not too old now anyway." Tina replied, "What about Peter?" Michael held her close and said, "Everything will be okay, you'll see." When Tina and Rihanna had calmed down, the children were getting bored. They didn't understand about the war. They were more interested in playing in the woods. Michael, even in his older age, still enjoyed playing and being with the children. Tina, Rihanna and Peter stayed at home, while Michael took all the children to play in the fields. They enjoyed making swings and swinging on them, swimming in the clear deep river that had smooth pebbles. The warm water was warm and inviting too. They loved rolling down the hills and making flower chains with the wild flowers. Michael and his grandchildren, Joseph, Prince, Princess, Michaela and Mark, went walking and walking. There's magic in the air, and they sing joyfully. Suddenly, Princess sees a unicorn. "Look," she says. Michaela replies, "Oh yes, isn't she so beautiful? Let's get closer." But the unicorn quickly flies off before the others see. Mark overheard and said, "Right, that's it. I've had enough of all this mystical creature nonsense. Get real." Michael replied, "But Mark, that's a bit unkind, the way you speak to your own sister and cousin." Mark replied, "But please tell them it's not real. You're an adult." Michael gently asked, "Why should I tell them that?" Mark replied, "Because it's simply not true." Michael replied, "But how do you know?" The little girls would not lie. I never knew these girls to lie. They are purely honest, just like their grandmother Tina." Mark ran off. "I don't understand any of you. Have you all gone off your mind?" "Wait," Michael replied. Prince and Joseph went with Mark. Then they came across a bridge. The girls and Michael had lost them at this point. To the girls and Michael, some very pretty creatures had appeared to them. They saw some fairies and a little baby girl angel, unicorn, friendly fluffy bunnies and bluebirds. They sat on their hands and sang songs to them. Meanwhile, Mark, Joseph and Prince were saying mockingly, "Girls, they have weird imagination." Mark asked, "Why does Grandad believe them?" They replied, "We don't know. He's always been obsessed with mystical creatures and figures. He reads Peter Pan. It's so stupid for someone his age." Suddenly they hear a voice coming from under the bridge asking, "Who are you? And what are you doing crossing my bridge?" Joseph replies, "Who are you? And why are you hiding?" The voice replies, "I'm a troll, and I don't appreciate you crossing my bridge without asking me." Mark replies, "You an old troll. They don't exist." Prince says, "Who says it's your bridge anyway?" To the boys' surprise, the troll comes out saying, "I see you boys have no manners, as well as being unbelieving." All three boys painted in unbelief. When they came round, the troll was looking over them. Mark says, "No, this can't be true. Trolls don't exist." The troll replies, "Well, that's a bit rude. How would you like it if I said you don't exist?" "No," says Joseph and Prince together. "We must be dreaming. This can't be true." The troll pinches the three boys. They say, "Ouch! Why did you do that for?" Then the troll gives out the loudest bellowing laugh, ha 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 ha, saying, "You think you were dreaming, but I had to pinch you in order to let you know you were not dreaming." "So mythical creatures do exist then?" asks Mark. The troll replies, "Of course we do, child, just like you do." Mark replies, "I teased my sister, but all the time she was right." Then also Prince and Joseph admitted to teasing to their sister too. The troll replied, "Well, that's not very nice, not to believe your own sister. The universe is full of magic, beyond your wildest dreams, and is filled up with many creatures beyond your wildest imagination." He said, "Come with me. Let me give you something to eat. You boys must be starving." "Yes, we are," they replied. The troll said, "On one condition, you must believe in your heart the magic of the universe." Mark replied, "We don't have much choice now, do we?" The troll smiled, ruffled the water, drew the fish out of the water, and burnt it, ready to eat on the spot using his magic. The boys looked on astonished. He went over it and cut down some wheat and made bread from it on the spot. He grabbed down some fruit and laid out a cloth on the ground. A couple of leprechauns came and joined. Suddenly, Michael, Michaela, and Princess returned. The troll asked, "Would you care to join us?" Smiling, they said together, "Yes, please." Mark, hugging Michaela and Michael, said, "Sorry for teasing you before, but now I have to believe." Also, Prince and Joseph apologized to Princess, but she hugged her brothers and smiled. They all enjoyed their picnic. Then the troll suddenly jumps under the water again. The other leprechauns disappear into nowhere, which leaves them with the one of the leprechauns. The leprechaun explains, "There's a creature that wants to introduce them to." Suddenly they came across a bright red light as they never seen before. There's a very powerful feeling of love, and it's so wonderful. It's a pure magic feeling. Suddenly they see some very beautiful wings. They are like the wings of butterflies. Within those wings are all the colours of the world, but also there are colours that us humans have never even imagined. Colours that have been unknown to the human race. And those colours just shined and sparkled like jewels. "Wow," said little Princess and Michaela together. "They are beautiful." Leprechaun explained, "Yes, there are over 5 of their kind in the universe, and they live forever. They go from the world to try to bring about love and harmony and unity to all peoples of every race, tribe, religion, and colour. They come when they are needed." "Ah," said Michaela, and goes closer to have a look. "Get back," said Mark. "It might be pretty, but it looks dangerous." Michael says, "Oh, she'll be okay." Suddenly the tigerfly turned around, and it had a body of a tiger. Michaela screamed, "It's a tiger!" Mark got a stick and said, "Get away from my sister!" And the other boys backed him up. Chapter 5. Tigerfly takes the children together with the unicorns on a spectacular journey to the edge of space. Tigerfly started crying. All he ever wanted to do is bring love. Michael says, "Children, put your sticks down. He's not going to hurt you." Leprechaun went over to the Tigerfly to stroke him and said to the kids, "Don't be afraid. Come and meet Tigerfly. He's as soft as a brush." Putting down their sticks, they so approach and start to stroke Tigerfly. They smile as Michaela says, "Look, Mark, he's friendly." Tigerfly then start to make noises like a dolphin. Michaela asks, "Why is he sounding like a dolphin?" The leprechaun says, "Tigerfly, he's trying to communicate with you, but he can't speak like a human. He's only managed to speak dolphin language so far, like the next higher intelligence being on your earth after humans. When he stays here longer, he will be able to learn. But what he's saying is that he thinks you're a beautiful group of children." Michaela says, "Tell him I think he's beautiful too." At that, Tigerfly gave Michaela a big friendly lick. Princess asked the leprechaun, "How many animal languages can you speak?" Leprechaun replied, "I can speak all animal language and human languages of the world." "Wow!" said all the kids together. Tigerfly shone his infrared light again. "Wow, so beautiful," says Michaela. "Would you like to ride into space?" asked the leprechaun. "Cool, yes please," said Prince. And so they all got excited. In turns they said, "I want to ride Tigerfly." "No, let me." But Leprechaun says, "We will all ride on our own unicorn, because Tigerfly's wings are very delicate and are worried that if the wings get bent, that he won't be able to fly." "Oh, that's terrible," says Princess. "Oh, he's okay," said the leprechaun. "Hold on tight, kids and Grandad," said Leprechaun. They all held on tight to the leprechaun. Up in the air, they could see their house and the field. Then they could see the town and the school. They could see the planes of war in the sky. In the towns, people were screaming and running because of the war. "Oh, this is terrible," said Michaela, "all this war." "Take heart. I want to show you something that will bring you hope," said the leprechaun. It wasn't long until they were up in the clouds, and then they could see Earth itself. They were on the edge of space itself. They saw a bright star in the distance. A silver and golden tunnel appeared before their eyes. They slowly went inside this tunnel. There was every gemstone of every kind that you could imagine in this tunnel, and from a distance the most beautiful melody and song was heard. It was so beautiful. The children never heard or saw anything as beautiful in their lives. There was a pleasant bright white light coming from this star and entering through the tunnel, but the light didn't blind them, but they could see right through the light without their eyes being hurt. Mark asked, "Where are we?" "This place is so beautiful." Tigerfly talks with the leprechaun interpreting. He said, "Some people call it heaven, others nirvana, others paradise. What you see in the distance is the place of eternal life and eternal love. Those with a good heart, most importantly, those who truly love from the heart, go here at the right time." "Can I stay?" asked Princess. "Not yet. It's not your time, but I promise when it is, you will." "Look," said Joseph. "Yes, you have your favourite heroes that want to meet you," explained the Tigerfly. "They are heroes with true love and bravery in their hearts. They made it to this special place. They want to meet you halfway between Earth and this place of eternal love and life by meeting you in this tunnel. There are many different tunnels in the universe which are shortcuts into different dimensions. That's how we can travel," said Tigerfly. "Oh, look," Peter said. "Oh, look, Peter Pan is here," said Michael. "Oh, Aslan from Nirvana," explained Mark. "My Nan's favourite hero and mine too." "And Charlotte was," smiled Princess. Charlotte sat on Princess's shoulder and she kissed her. "It's Bambi, Mum," said Michaela. "It's Bambi's mum," said Michaela. "Oh, look over there, Dobby from Harry Potter," said Joseph, and shakes his hand. "The best one of all, Superman," says Prince. Tigerfly explains, "There were just a few that made it to that place. Many other countless of numbers of souls have made it here too, but their favourites wanted to meet them. Some of them stay here, but others visited the wonderful place and go from world to world to help others too. This is what the Tigerfly came for, because of the war. So the Tigerfly will bring peace to all mankind and will love again and live in unity. There are only 5 Tigerflies in the entire universe. and they have eternal life. They will go from world to world to bring love and peace and unity. Tigerfly and the unicorns took them back to Earth again in their fields. Overexcited, the kids kissed the Tigerfly, unicorns, and leprechaun goodbye and went back home for their dinner. On their way home, their grandma Tina comes looking for them. "Oh my crikey!" she screams and starts running away. When she bumps into the Tigerfly, Michael calms his wife down. "It's okay. The Tigerfly, although it looks like a giant tiger with giant butterfly wings, it's good." And so the leprechaun and unicorns come and stroke it, Nan, says Michaela. Tina slowly and nervously strokes the Tigerfly and then says, "Oh, he's so lovely." All the children clap. Leprechaun asks them all not to tell anyone what they had seen until the right time, so they all agreed. Day after day, while the war was causing havoc everywhere, Michael, Tina, and the children came to visit Tigerfly each and every day. Months passed. Summer turned into fall. August soon became November, and the children formed a firm friendship with the Tigerfly. Now, the leaves were falling. Chapter 6. Peter takes Mark and Michaela in his flying car in search of the Tigerfly. It was now late November, nearly 4 months since they first met Tigerfly. The children all drew pictures of the Tigerfly. It was Saturday morning, and the children invited their neighbour to come along with them. He was a boy called Stephen. He had a heart of gold and needed a bit more help than the average child, but he was a loner and with a big imagination. And the children ran up to the fields, and Michaela asked him, "Can you keep a secret?" "Oh, yes," he said. They took him to Tigerfly with a big smile. He went up and gave him a huge hug. Tigerfly spoke like a dolphin. Stephen laughed. The leprechaun explained that Tigerfly was happy to make another new friend. You see, Tigerflies adored the pure in heart, and that's why they especially love children, as they see all children as pure in heart. All children are basically good. It just sometimes they may act bad because unfortunately some children have no happiness or love in their lives. But the children the Tigerfly has met obviously had loved in their lives. But Tigerfly still love children, every child, no matter what. The children were looking at their portable TVs, which are TVs that they can take in their pockets to watch. All of a sudden, a live nature program came on. On the nature program, a tiger was hiding, wanting to kill a deer for its food, and all of a sudden, Tigerfly flapped its wings and started to fly. Where is he going?" asked Stephen. The leprechaun replied, "He thinks he can stop the tiger from killing the deer." "Look," said Mark. Everyone crowded round. Portable TVs. Tigerfly had shone his infrared light, and all the Tigerflies left the deer alone. The Tigerfly provided fruit, and the tigers ate fruit instead from that time on. Prince asked the leprechaun, "Well, Tigerfly has converted all the creatures of the world not to eat each other, but only to eat the fruit. But why can't he stop all this war?" Leprechaun replied, "It's a far bigger task changing the human heart and mind, because mankind has been given the freedom of free will. But Tigerfly is here to try and show mankind a better way. To try and show them the way of love and acceptance is far better than jealousy, hate, and fear." "I think I get it," replied Prince. "We know that Tigerfly is doing what he thinks best," replied Princess. Next morning they all meet again. The children go into the fields. Peter follows behind them and asks, "What are you children up to?" "We are off to see Tigerfly, Daddy," replies Mark. "Oh, Mark, we weren't meant to tell anyone about the Tigerfly until the time is right," moaned Michaela. "And for goodness sake, I'm fed up with all this talk about Tigerfly," moaned Peter. "Come back with me right now." "Please, Daddy, please let us go deep into the woods," cried Michaela. Peter took the children back near the house immediately and said, "You are not going into those woods ever again until you stop all this Tigerfly talk." Michaela and the other children cried, "Oh, please, Daddy, if we can't do this, he will miss us." "Who will miss you?" asked Peter. Michaela and Tina overheard all the commotion. Tina said, "Oh, son, this is a bit harsh on the children." Peter replied, And you and your husband are not helping. You keep adding to their ridiculous fantasy by agreeing with them. I think it's best you and Tina find somewhere else to live. Oh, please, no, no, cries Mark and Michaela together. Rihanna overhears and is sad as Michael and Tina pack their bags and goes and stays with Michaela's daughter, the mother of Prince Joseph and Princess instead. Hugging their grandkids goodbye, Michael says gently, "It's okay, we can still visit. And we are staying with Prince Joseph and Princess, who you will see every day, who you already see every day anyway." After they left, Peter firmly said, "Right, get in that car, children." "Is this really necessary?" asked Rihanna. "Yes, it is. When I can prove them wrong," said Peter. The children got inside the flying car with their dad. Peter rode in the field everywhere looking for this mysterious creature, but they saw nothing. "There you go, we searched high and low, but found nothing," said Peter. Then the car took off in the fields, and they started flying in the clouds. "There you go again, nothing," said Peter. All of a sudden they got caught up between the planes of war. "Oh my goodness, this is awful. Look at the houses in the towns that are being flattened," said Peter. "They're aeroplanes and all of a sudden started fighting." "Hang on, kids," said Peter. Peter spent quite a while twisting and turning away from the planes and chasing away the planes as fast as they could. Peter and the children were absolutely terrified, but he managed to get away from them and landed safely back at home. The children started crying. Peter held them close to him. "It's okay. I do love you too. We must be thankful for still being alive," Peter said. At this point, the war really worried them. That Sunday evening, they watched movies on their 3D TV. Peter's job was doing really well, but everyone was being called for war, and they didn't know how long they would have left as a family. Monday morning was a really grey day, and everything, including the weather, seemed so grey. Time after time, worrying about their planes going over the school. Back in class at school, the teachers gets our class ready for a lesson. Suddenly shouting sounds are heard, and although the men of war don't go inside the school to fight because they know not to fight close to the school because of the children, the shooting still can be seen from the next field. The school fire alarm sets, and all the school runs outside. The children are witnessing all the bombs and shootings. Suddenly Michaela runs out into the field where all the shootings are. Mark and Prince and Joseph run after her. The teacher screams, "Come back, it's dangerous." The bullets were just about to shoot them, but suddenly from nowhere the Tigerfly appears and he hits the bullets away with his wings and then places himself right in the middle of the commotion. Using his infrared light, he melts the hearts of some of the soldiers. The infrared light penetrates love into people's heart and helps them back to their childlike state again. And those hearts who are open, it works. But unfortunately, there are still those that it never works on, and they are those who refuse to live in love. But most of the soldiers stop and go home. The ones that won't change get scared of the creature because of its tiger-like body. Those are men who live in fear and hate. That's why to them, the tiger flies fears and are afraid of the tiger fly. After the commotion stopped, the teacher and the children came over. Michaela smiled and said, "Don't be afraid, Tigerfly's my friend and I love him." At that, the teacher and all the children, except for the Billy children, all came over and stroked the Tigerfly. The teacher said, "You saved our lives, thank you." The leprechaun appeared and said, "Tigerfly, it's the right time for your parents to know about me." So the teacher phoned Peter and Rihanna, and they came straight away, running to their parents. They said, "Mum, Daddy, Mummy, Tigerfly wants to meet you." Peter said, "Oh my goodness, you were right, Tigerfly exists." Rihanna stroked Tigerfly and Michaela said, "Mum, Dad, Tigerfly saved our lives." Peter went up to Tigerfly and said, "I guess I owe you both an apology for not believing you, and thank you for saving my children's life." Leprechaun said, "Tigerfly, it's okay, I forgive you, and you are welcome that I saved the children's life because I love them." Michaela asked Daddy, "Can we get someone to heal Tigerfly's wings? He's hurt his wings when protecting us." Michaela replied, "Yes, that's the least we can do for him." Michaela, hugging her dad, said, "Thank you." Tigerfly rode off the car roof. But when the family finally got home, Peter got a letter filled with very, very bad news. It told him he was going to have to leave his precious family and his good job to come to war. The war was getting worse and all needed all the men they could find. It was a very sad evening. Peter was to leave his precious family in the morning. They all cried to their eyes out and all hugging each other. And it's to be continued.